We're a small school, but the atmosphere is very friendly. Everyone kind of knows everyone, and the community doesn't really extend outside of the school. So this is really all we have.
I think what people struggle with the most is probably the boredom and sort of being separated from the rest of the world. Surprisingly though, even though we are sort of secluded in this small environment, I think we're still very cultured and aware of what is going on in the rest of the world.
I just don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I eat 3 healthy meals and I exercise an hour each day and I'm still gaining weight.
I remember the morning very well. It was a Wednesday near the end of November. I remember because the night before I'd hit a horse with my car and killed it. Everyone was going through their daily routines and suddenly there was this guy.
Nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew where he came from. He just kind of appeared.
People started gathering outside, just waiting to see what would happen. And everyone had the same questions on their mind. Who is this guy? What is he doing here? Where did he come from?
And I would put on sandwiches folded, and sometimes I'd put a hot dog inside the bologna and roll it up like it was like a double hot dog inside of the sandwich.
He was wearing this dirty looking coat and these outrageous pants. And it didn't take long for all of us to realize that he smelled kind of bad. He wouldn't tell us his name, but at some point I think somebody threw out the name Mr. Stinky Pants and it sort of stuck. So before we knew it, everybody was calling him Mr. Stinky Pants.
Mr. Stinky Pants? No, I don't think I've ever heard him referred to by that name.
No, absolutely not. I've never heard that before in my life.
So Mr. Stinky Pants was standing there holding this sign. I think it said something about food. Then he started walking around asking people for money. It was the funniest thing.
He started asking, do you have any spare change? Do you have any spare change? And we were all wondering, what is going on here? But it wasn't until he started asking for food that we realized, he was just messing with us.
Oh, I'm actually a freshman this year, so I wasn't here last year when it happened. Well, I don't remember anything because I wasn't here.
It was sort of a surreal experience for everyone, I think. I mean, why would someone be doing this? What reason could there possibly be for a person to stand out in the middle of campus just asking for food? And it was kind of funny because he was just so persistent. He would just keep asking and everyone was just like, what is going on here?
What is going on here? What is going on here?
Weeks started to pass by, and every morning we would wake up and see this man, and he just kept on asking for money and for food. And we really accepted him for that.
As a campus, we slowly began to fall in love with him. Certainly at first we didn't understand him, and even after a few weeks, it's hard to say that we actually understood him, but still he was there. He kept trying, and that really meant something to us. We came to really accept him and even to love him.
There was still an air of mystery that surrounded him. He truly became one of those aspects of life that we come to accept, but we never fully understand.
Seriously, I don't really think I'm the best person to speak about this. Like I said, I wasn't here, so I don't really know much about it.
We began to notice after a while that he was sort of acting differently than usual. He was doing all these funny walks and making all these funny noises, and then one day he was just gone.
I really think it's important to have these people in your life, even if they're only there for a little while. People who make you laugh, make you think about things a little bit differently. People who really care about you, get you, will do anything to make you feel better.
I just didn't understand what the issue was. My sweater was from the same store, but it was a totally different style. Brittany needs to lighten up.
He definitely changed the way I look at things. Life is so precious and short, and you can waste all of your time focusing on the negative things and being miserable. But this man who was only here for a short short while, he encouraged us to look on the bright side of life.
I don't think he's really gone. He might be gone physically, but he left such a strong emotional mark on our community. I don't think he'll ever really